turned my head to the last shop she checked out. A fleeting glimpse. The world sells. Hello, down here. Welcome back to the ladder. We're trying to get right back into it. In the end, only Becca and Zach could come. Ash, on the other end, couldn't be reached. All of my calls went straight to his voicemail. He's at it again. Right here today, gone the next day. Oh well, his loss. He agreed to meet at the nearby cafe, the same one to frequent with Becca because it's cheap and they give away free bread around closing time. Quaint little old-fashioned, though looks a wee bit out of place amidst the city's tall buildings, but we love it all the time. Much like its facade, the interior carries an antiquated charm to it. Vintage art pieces and a row of shelves boasting an extensive collection of books cover the wall. It would have been nice to hang out there for hours on end, but even on a weekend, the place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Becca and Zach already found seats and are engaged in some casual chatter when I arrive. It's strange seeing the two of them without Ash accompanying the other. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same time, things when there's something funny, but there's distance. There's the kind born purely out of differing interests. That or Zach's simply afraid of Becca. It's not impossible, and I won't blame him if he is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I am a little scared of her.
Zach! Becca! Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
Waitress comes by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca will order a hearty serving of their special vegetarian stovies. Zach takes the same thing with a good helping of meat, sausages, and potatoes. Potatoes a good day. Great even. It's not wrong to indulge a little, right?
Today's special. For the three of us.
You and the person jotting down our order look surprised at today's meal choice. She writes it nonetheless, and leaves without a comment. Becca furrows her eyebrows, her mouth halfway open, ready to loose what's likely a string of reprimands.
Don't worry. It's my treat.
The glare she sends my way reminds me of the one I received from Mama when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 years ago. I'm sure I never did it again after she made me apologize the next day. But Becca's far from being my mom. A small sheepish grin is enough to turn that frown into a defeated sigh. It arrives in the middle of a funny story from Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we each served our order. It isn't anything fancy. Pan roasted sea bass with citrus-drenched asparagus and a portion of mashed potatoes on the side, or at least that's what the daily special board says. I never did pay any attention to it whenever I come here, since they price whatever is written way above what I'm going to spend on food on a single day.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey! Not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
An expectant grin breaks out of my face, except...
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
The only reason I wrote me was Zach appears like he didn't get the punchline to another line joke Ash made, and it's just researching for someone to explain it. Oh joy. The Sentinel days are over, Ash is not here, so we should celebrate. I'll say the top one.
Okay, let me do that again. Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
As the news sinks in, their expression goes from sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's more like it.
You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
That's a long-ass name.
Seriously?
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
Yep.
Which house is this? In Aslam Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh, wow. That's...
It's a little loud in my ear. She lets out a hum, although she's nodding, and gives the impression of someone who has heard something unbelievable and is still forcing her brain to absorb it. Does she think she wouldn't be able to sell it? Have some faith in me, Becca. Am I not your best friend or what?
You don't believe me?
The words tumble out of my mouth before I can stop them. I've been trying to avoid worrying about City's little spat, and judging from the looks on their faces, it seems they are too. You know, my stupid mouth.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you. But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
Oh, it's a new thing with the relationship. Rebecca went up. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Rebecca's went up. Okay.
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, but... Look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something. What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out? Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Pressured me into it more like. But I'm not going to tell Becca about that, knowing her she'd only worry.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it. At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Something as in...
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm most surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
You don't really think they believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle.
I'll be surprised.
Well, there's you.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
Can gather all their plates to my side, the food is still untouched. A laugh almost escapes my mouth the way Zach's expression quickly changes to disappointment. Becca's hand interrupts me as I'm about to pull her plate closer to me.
I'm kidding. Don't go all pouty on me again. I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
I allow myself to smile, genuine, uninhibited. It's strange talking about this with other people, even those who have known you long enough. Today, things simply feel a whole lot lighter with them here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. I laugh here, a playful jab there, but most of it is spent on catching up, telling stories, and whatever's keeping us busy these days. Something we couldn't afford to the day before, taking into account what happened. Even Becca's surprisingly chatty. Was there something in the sea bass we ate? Zach, although appears less energetic. While he's far from being the life of the party, he's definitely not the type to get quiet in a conversation with his friends. Apart from a few inputs, he's been silent the entire time. If Becca notices...
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
Okay, I'm getting kind of worried.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
A pained expression crosses Zach's face, and almost immediately Becca retreats in her inquiry, as though the man's look is enough of an answer for her. A look between the two of them. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? This is why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
Oh.
Nah, it's it's a very sensitive topic in the first place.
Did his movie bomb? Oh, poor Zach.
I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Becca glances at Zach, her motions unsure, eyes asking for his consent on the matter. Although there's a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. With Zach, it has always been better to wait, let him speak on his own. Becca too, to some extent, although with her explosions of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answers with the shift of his shoulders, gesturing for her to go on with the tilt of his head.
It's his movie.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information, Becca!
Isabella, can't you put two and two together? He's sad, it's about his movie. It literally just said something about reviews. It's not, oh my god. Isabella's a moron.
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. It's still your documentary.
Oh, it's not a movie, it's a documentary.
Is it something bad?
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs.
Oh, it's... From how her tone raises anger, it seems like she's the one slighted, not Zach. Snicker escapes me, which I'll probably stamp down as soon as she sends me a hard look.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out drivel, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say.
Wow.
If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something. If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
You're giving up.
It wasn't a question.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
And Palm strikes the table, sending the tableware on top clinking against each other. I didn't even notice when I rose from my seat. But here I am, chest heaving, looking down at him in the same manner a teacher would at an unruly student. Becca's probably proud. I didn't mean to yell, but there are some things people like Zach aren't supposed to say. How exasperating. Yeah, well, people should know.
It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
And an amused gleam is in her eyes when I turn to her. What does she find so entertaining here? Not me here. Your friend's about to quit his passion for a petty reason. I haven't read what those people wrote about his work, but a few scathing words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone. I should know, after all, I'm...
Failing means you're playing, Zach. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at. I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Whatever I'm about to say gets lost in my tongue as a flush of embarrassment blooms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
First of all, Dr. Combs from Zach.
Thanks, you too. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff. Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
There's no face at all, only a poor imitation of a puppy dog eyes, if you call this that.
Promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys. Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. What's night ain't for another week?
And that's all the answers I need from him. As sentimental as it sounds, there's fulfillment in knowing another person you know won't take the same path you've walked. It's not like it's over for me, though. I still have time. I could still come back, do my own thing, do what I really want to do. Surely once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything. Inside my bag, my phone buzzes unexpectedly, breaking the pleasant afternoon lull. The screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Ha ha. Very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't, I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
She says that as if it already explains everything. Then out of the blue, she launches a long rant about the awful state of Luxburn streets. All of which she says in a single breath that I can barely keep up and make out a single word. I stay quiet if only to avoid becoming the next object of her frustration. She's similar to Becca in that regard.
I'm stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
When she is finally running out of things to complain about and stops, what she says next still has none of what I'm hoping to hear from her. Just a quick, mumbled plea for me to meet the right interior designer in her stead.
Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Bye. Thanks.
Classic Rose. She ends the call without even asking for my input. The sky is cloudless, and the noontime sun is beating down on the hard concrete when we leave the cafe. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fickle mood or make them vulnerable to catching something. No wonder we have staff members going AWOL lately, not to mention my boss's mercurial moods. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all the gripes about the unpredictable weather, though, the streets of Luxburn remain constantly busy. We heard the hurried tapping of shoes against pavement and insane chatter coming. The lunchtime crowd filled the humid air after an air. A small reminder of the things we still have to do, regardless of how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to Brow Realty. For me, Zach to a meeting with magazine publisher featuring luxury houses, and Becca to her lesson plans and books at home. More than once, I catch her sneaking a longing glance over something displayed on a shop window. If she want to buy something, maybe I can get it for her for this Christmas. I turned my head to the last shop she checked out. A fleeting glimpse. The world sells. What the thumbnail. I've been waiting for you to show back up again. She looks at me, eyes hollow, gaze piercing and boring into my very soul like a set of chains to keep my whole body still. There are no shadows or whispers this time, only a plea, a hum, low and indistinct, compelling me, beckoning me, intent on dragging me to the void beyond the glass. I don't dare move. My heart hammers against my ribs, each beat, each thump screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. Couldn't. All my limbs feel heavy while my own breathing strains in the face of her calls.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth is stretched, and a grin, wide and unpleasant, the panic building in my chest forces me to take a tentative step back, trying to see the decaying flesh, the blood streaming from her gaping wounds on her arms and her nailless fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after what I want for Papa.
No, no, stop. Leave me alone.
Her face contorts and she lets out a wail, sharp and utterly unforgiving. Rage. There's only hatred and bitterness, as if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense in itself.
I don't want this!
For I know it, I'm stumbling backwards, my own throat hoarse from the screams I didn't even notice already coming out of my mouth. The back of my feet catches on a loose stone, sending me sprawling on the ground there. Something pain completely jolts me out of the haze, blurring my mind. For a little while, my surroundings appear unfamiliar until Becca's face swims in my vision. Look of concern is on her face, and her hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Zach appears beside himself with worry, while he stands behind her, acting as a shield against the small crowd of onlookers already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
God. My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneak a swift glance at the display window. She's gone. Yet the foreboding feeling hasn't left me. Hands are shaking as I push myself off the ground, my weakened limbs relying solely on reflex and muscle memory. Something icy has made its home at the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up anything to get the wretched sensation out.
You are screaming! Zach, call someone!
No, don't. I'm good. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
Careful! Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella. Zach, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
I tend to put a smile on my face easier, but it likely comes off as a grimace. Gently, I push her hands off my shoulder. My knees are still trembling, but I can stand. Leave. Leave me. Stay away. Away. The humidity is stifling. Everyone's stares are unnerving and big, and Zach's concerns are suffocating. I don't want to be here. No more. I break into a run. Oh man, I have chills. Whew, I have chills. I wish I hadn't left my bed this morning. Here, with only the occasional drips of water on the sink and the whirling of the fan blades to keep me company. It's easy to fall into a cycle of negative thinking, but even with the clutter to keep me company, the room still feels a whole lot bigger than usual. I hug my knees closer as a group passes by outside. Loud. So loud. If only there was a way to tune everything out to keep my head from replaying every image, every sound of her. Her screams, her awkward gait as she reaches for me, her bone-chilling smile, her pleas for enough. That's enough. A shiver passes over me, though it's not from the hair still hanging damp against my back, nor the draft that enters the room from the window I've left wide open. My gaze shifts over the letter, sitting on the coffee table. Its edges flutter innocuously as the wind touches it. Funny how an ordinary-looking piece of paper can bring me this much trouble. The impulse to throw it away or rip it to pieces is still there. I can easily do it, but after that, what? Will she leave me? What are those people who have already seen it? Will they be okay? This uncertainty gnaws at me. Knowing that she's real might also go after the people I care about. I just wish someone would listen, believe me. The abrupt break in the sound suddenly makes me jump out of my skin. Blindly, I fish out my phone from under the mess of papers and cushions where I carelessly thrown it before taking a shower hours ago. Zach's name flashes brightly on the screen. Is he calling because of this afternoon? Frankly, it's the last thing I want to discuss, but I did leave the two of them there without saying anything. Knowing Zach, I bet he's worried.
Hey, Zach.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you're not gonna pick up.
Sorry, it took me a while to find my phone.
No worries. You game tomorrow?
I pause. I don't recall making plans for Zach for the weekend.
Did I forget something?
Remember that guy I told you about? Back in the movies? The, priest? For the blessing?
Oh, right.
Does it ring a bell?
Oh, right. My exact reaction. I did say that, but I didn't think he'd actually go through the trouble, especially after what happened with this film. Sometimes I forget how kind Zach can be.
Yeah, I remember. Is he fine with it?
My friend doesn't mind. We're lucky he's not busy. So, tomorrow, he'll meet us at the mansion.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble, Zach.
Hey, no problem. I'm the one who suggested it to begin with. And, well, this afternoon you did surprise us. Never seen you scream like that. You scared the hell out of Rebecca.
I guess I owe you a lot for this, huh?
Nah, we're cool. You had us worried. But I know you'll tell us about it eventually. I just want to make sure you're doing well. You left all of a sudden and you're not answering any of our calls.
Put my phone away. He's trying to get me to talk. Normally I tell him I'm fine, say a few simple reassurances to put their minds at ease. Now nothing will form. I can't bring myself to say anything. He seems to have sensed my hesitation because he immediately changes the subject.
Yeah, anyway, I gotta go. I left something on the stove before making this call. Just soup. But it'd be embarrassing if I burned soup.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Ashton, on the other hand,
Well, remind me to tell you about what he did with the pressure cooker next time.
What do you do?
Oh, damn, it overflowed! Really need to get going. Bye, Bella.
Hangs up before I can thank him. The busy tone of the muffled echoes to the receiver. No one is saying this will work, even I am doubtful it will. But right now, I'll take anything. Anything to get out of this nightmare. This is an unsettling moment. I'll leave it right there. Hope you enjoyed this episode of The Letter. I hope people are actually watching this, because I'm really enjoying this game. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and check out some of my other videos while you're at it. See you later. Bye bye.